How you doing? This is Tom Barr, Deputy Director of the Chatham D.P.W. We're here today at the Public Works Building. We're going to talk about ice and snow removal and the preparation that our crew does to get ready to keep the roads safe and drivable for the public. Here we are in the break room. This is where the crew will meet before we start any snow events to gather up their routes and see where we're going to be headed out for the day, whether we're going to be doing mains or mains and side roads, what the storm projection is and how much we're anticipating to have to be out. Here we have some maps that we use. These are our sanding maps. It has all of our routes throughout the town. Each driver is given a certain route that they are responsible for. And then here we have our plow routes, which there are a lot more plow routes than sand routes, and we'll designate those out to our drivers as well. So they have them here. And then on the table here we have some individual routes. So each driver will be handed this sheet. They'll put that in their truck so that they know where they're going, where they're going to be plowing or salting, as well as a list by the street so that they don't forget any roads. Every storm we do a report. Our supervisor will put a report of how many man hours it took, what time we were called out, what the weather conditions were at the time, and that way we can track how much material we're using, how long the guys have been out and working. So during a salting event, when the snow isn't quite built up yet, but the roads are getting a little icy, usually during the off hours, we rely on the Chatham PD to give us a call and let us know what the road conditions are and if they feel we need to come out. If we're here during the day, our crews will monitor that and we'll head on out and start salting. We use quite a bit of salt to treat the roads. In our storage shed, we try to make sure that we have at least 120 ton in stock. And after every event, we normally call and order another load or two just to make sure that we have the material to make sure the roads are safe. During a weather event, the town will probably plow about 70 miles of public roads and about 50 miles of private roads, 120 miles total. We usually don't put the plows on the ground until we have about 3 inches of snow on the pavement, unless the conditions of the snow dictate that we come out a little earlier. When it's time to come out and plow and take care of the roads, our highway foreman, Brian Gates, will call his crew in and get them ready to go to get their equipment ready and the trucks warmed up. We have several vehicles, a bunch of 6-wheel dump trucks that we use with sanders and plows on them, as well as several 1-ton pickup trucks that are out there taking care of the roads. We just purchased 2 new Peterbilt 6-wheel dump trucks that we just put into the fleet to help us with the snow removal as well. And those vehicles have a linch pin on the back that will drop the sander, pick up any other equipment that we may need. People ask quite often how much snow is plowable and what can we handle. Like we mentioned earlier, 3 inches is when the crew will come out and start plowing the roads, and we'll stay out there and stay on top of it depending on how bad the storm's going to be, and our drivers will be out there endlessly to make sure that these roads are safe and clean and operable for drivers. In the event of a tree branch falling or wires down, we have an operator on site during snow events with the loader that'll go and remove those obstacles from the roads to make sure that our drivers, 1, can pass through and plow and keep the road safe, but 2, to also make sure that the fire and rescue teams can get to the public if needed as well. When the snow's falling, it is very pretty and the sights are very nice for a lot of people to go out and take a look. But we highly recommend that if you can, please stay off the roads to allow our drivers the opportunity to clear them and to be safe, because the more traffic out there, the harder it is for them to do their job and the more chances of an accident. So if we could keep the roads clear and then come out and enjoy the views afterwards, that would be fantastic.